Welcome to First-Time Homebuyers, the ultimate masterclass. Over the next minutes, I'm going to guide you from complete beginner to informed, confident buyer. Today isn't just about buying a house. It's about building a foundation for stability, wealth, and the lifestyle you want long-term. We'll demystify scary jargon, expose common myths, and arm you with tools that real estate insiders use. Let's start with mindset. Buying a home mixes emotion, finance, and life planning. Emotions can be powerful: excitement, pride, even anxiety. But emotions should be balanced with data and planning. Owning a home is not an instant win. It's a long-term strategy. The goal isn't to find a perfect house. It's to find the right fit for your life stage and budget in a location that holds value. Adjust expectations. You might not get everything on your wish list right away. That's okay. Focus on non-negotiables: commute time, neighborhood feel, structural soundness, and be flexible on cosmetics like paint or fixtures. A growth mindset helps. You can improve a property over time. Let's outline the journey ahead. We'll explore financial foundations: budgeting, credit, down payments, closing costs, and ongoing expenses. Next, we'll cover market basics: what drives prices, and how to read local trends versus national headlines. We'll dive into mortgages, fixed versus adjustable, loan programs, pre-approval, and interest rates. Then, we'll discuss neighborhood and property search strategies, school zones, transit, lifestyle, and future development. We'll look at offers and negotiation, contingencies, crafting a strong offer, and seller psychology. Inspection and appraisal will be next, risk management and how to renegotiate properly. We'll cover insurance and title, protecting your investment and understanding what you're signing. Then, we'll go through the closing process: documents, wire safety, timelines, and what happens on closing day. Finally, we'll discuss life as a homeowner: maintenance, budgeting, upgrades, and long-term financial planning. 3 guiding principles will anchor everything: numbers over narratives. Always run the math. Location equals leverage. Neighborhood trends shape your upside. Process beats pressure. Moving step by step reduces mistakes. By the end, you'll have checklists, frameworks, and language to communicate with agents, lenders, and inspectors like a pro. Take notes, pause when needed, and revisit sections. Let's transform a confusing process into a clear, actionable plan. Before you look at a single listing, build your financial ground game. Affordability isn't just, can I cover the mortgage? It includes down payment, closing costs, property taxes, homeowner's insurance, HOA or condo fees, utilities, and a maintenance reserve. A good rule of thumb: reserve 1 to 3% of the home's value per year for maintenance, more for older properties. Start with a budget. Track your current expenses for 2-3 months. Identify fixed versus discretionary spending. Build a savings plan that prioritizes your emergency fund: 3 to 6 months of living expenses, down payment, and closing costs. Avoid adding new debt before applying for a mortgage. Big purchases can alter your debt-to-income ratio, DTI, and impact approvals. Understand DTI. Lenders generally like to see your total monthly debt payments, including future mortgage, below a certain threshold, often 36 to 45%, depending on the program. Your credit score matters too. Higher scores typically get better rates, saving tens of thousands over a loan's life. Pay bills on time, reduce credit card utilization below 30%, ideally under 10%, and avoid closing old accounts right before applying. Down payment myths. 20% isn't always required. Many programs allow 3 to 5% down, but smaller down payments can trigger mortgage insurance, PMI. Weigh trade-offs. A higher down payment lowers monthly costs and can remove PMI sooner, but don't drain your cash completely. Keep liquidity for repairs and life events. Calculate total monthly housing cost, not just the principal and interest. Include taxes, insurance, HOA, and maintenance. Use conservative assumptions. Rates can move, taxes can adjust, and insurance premiums may vary by location and property specifics. If the budget feels tight, consider price range adjustments, delaying purchase to save more, or exploring different neighborhoods. Finally, time horizon. If you plan to move in under 3 to 5 years, buying may or may not make sense depending on local transaction costs and market trends. Owning shines when held longer, giving time to amortize closing costs, ride out market cycles, and build equity. Create a written affordability framework and stick to it. This prevents overbidding during emotional moments later. Your home's value and your daily life will be shaped by location. Begin with your lifestyle map. Commute times, school preferences, access to public transit, green spaces, healthcare, and the amenities you use most. Spend time in candidate neighborhoods at different hours. A quiet street by day can be lively at night. Research schools even if you don't have children. Strong school districts often support property values. Explore crime data and public records for trends. Evaluate walkability and bikeability. Consider future development. Is the area investing in infrastructure, or is there evidence of neglect? Zoning and land use can signal future change. Mixed-use development can invigorate an area with restaurants and services. Industrial rezoning might impact noise or traffic. Talk to local residents, shop owners, and community groups. They'll reveal nuances listings won't. Budget trade-offs. A top-tier neighborhood may require compromises on space or condition. Alternatively, an emerging neighborhood might offer better value with long-term upside but more variability. Prioritize what you can't change: the street, orientation, lot, and community vibe. You can remodel interiors. You can't pick up a house and move it 2 miles. Conduct a commute test at your actual commute time. Try different routes and transit options. Test errands. How long to reach your regular spots. Factor in parking, traffic patterns, and seasonal congestion. Make a short list of 3 neighborhoods: 1 stretch, 1 balanced, 1 value-focused. Track recent sales, DOM, and list-to-sale price ratios. This builds a data-driven feel for what's normal and what's a bargain. The goal is not only to love where you live, but to own an asset positioned to hold value and appreciate steadily. Now the search begins. Start with a structured checklist: minimum bedrooms, bathrooms, layout preferences, key features, parking needs, and accessibility requirements. Decide on must-haves versus nice-to-haves. This clarity keeps you from chasing shiny objects. Online listings are marketing: good photos, selective angles. Cross-check listing details with public records and satellite views. Look for signs of deferred maintenance: older roofs, aging HVAC, moisture staining, sloping floors, cracks, or mismatched repairs. For condos, read HOA disclosures, reserve studies, dues trends, special assessments, and rules that might limit rentals or renovations. During tours, slow down. Check water pressure and hot water, window seals, door alignment, attic, and crawl spaces if accessible. Note odors, humidity, and ventilation. Evaluate natural light throughout the day. Don't be distracted by staging. Focus on structure, layout flow, and mechanical systems. Estimate hidden costs. Older homes may need electrical upgrades, insulation, or sewer line work. Cosmetic updates, paint, flooring, fixtures, add up quickly. Get real quotes early if you're serious about a property. If the home is priced attractively, confirm it's not due to expensive deferred maintenance. New construction? Great warranties, efficient systems, and modern layouts. But watch for punch list quality, HOA restrictions, and lot premiums. Ask about what's included versus upgrades. For townhomes or condos, consider privacy, noise transfer, and shared walls. Track each property in a spreadsheet: address, price, DOM, condition notes, estimated work, pros/cons, and your personal score. Patterns will emerge, sharpening your instincts and helping you move swiftly when the right home appears. You've found a contender. Now craft a smart offer. Start with value. Analyze comps from the last 3 to 6 months for similar size, condition, and location. Adjust for differences. Review DOM and price reductions to assess seller motivation. Price, based on comps and your max budget, not emotion. Earnest money deposit, shows seriousness. Typical ranges vary by market. Contingencies, inspection, appraisal, and financing protect you. In competitive markets, you might tighten timelines or cap repair requests rather than waive contingencies outright. Closing date and flexibility. Accommodate the seller's target move-out if possible. Flexibility can win over slightly higher offers. Personal letter, optional in some markets, and subject to fair housing considerations. Focus on the property's features and your readiness, not personal characteristics. Negotiation mindset. Be firm, fair, and fast. Communicate clearly through your agent. If countered, reassess value, not your emotions. Use escalation clauses cautiously and with a hard cap. Consider non-price levers. Shorter option or inspection periods you can realistically meet, strong pre-approval, and larger deposits if you're comfortable. If multiple offers are expected, ask about the seller's priorities. Some value speed and certainty over a few $1,000s more. Don't overextend. Your best defense is the discipline of your affordability framework and a predefined walkaway number. Deals that begin with overreach often feel stressful for years. Buy smart, not stretched. Inspections are your due diligence. Hire a reputable inspector. Ask for sample reports beforehand. Comprehensive inspections evaluate structure, roof, foundation, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, attic, insulation, windows, and drainage. Specialized inspections may include sewer scope, radon, mold, or pest, depending on region and property type. Attend the inspection if possible. Ask questions. Prioritize health, safety, and structure over cosmetics. Expect a long report. No house is perfect. Use findings to request repairs, a credit, or a price reduction. Be realistic. Focus on material issues with quotes to support your requests. Appraisals protect the lender and you by assessing value based on comps and property condition. If the appraisal comes in low, you have options. Negotiate price down, split the difference, or bring additional cash if you're comfortable and the home still makes sense. You may also challenge the appraisal with better comps if warranted. Insurance is risk management. Homeowners insurance covers common perils. Review coverage levels for dwelling, personal property, liability, and loss of use. Consider additional policies if needed. Flood, separate, earthquake, or riders for valuables. Title insurance protects against ownership claims. Lender policies are standard. Owner's policies are highly recommended. The theme is control. Identify risks, quantify costs, negotiate fairly, and decide whether to proceed. Walking away can be a victory if the numbers don't work. Your goal is a safe, sound property that aligns with your budget and long-term plans. You've navigated the hard parts. Now let's finish strong. After underwriting approves your file, you'll receive a closing disclosure outlining final terms and costs. Review every line item. Ask about any discrepancies from your loan estimate. Confirm wire instructions verbally using known phone numbers. Wire fraud is real. Never trust last-minute email-only changes. Schedule the final walkthrough within 24 or 48 hours of closing. Verify agreed repairs. Ensure systems are working. Check that appliances and fixtures included in the contract remain, and confirm the property is in broom-clean condition. Bring your inspection notes and test critical items. Heat, AC, water, lights, windows, doors, garage, and any smart devices that transfer. On closing day, bring government ID and be prepared to sign a stack of documents. Note, deed of trust or mortgage, disclosures, affidavits, and title paperwork. Read before signing, and don't be afraid to ask for explanations. Once funds are received and the deed is recorded, you'll get your keys. Congratulations, you're a homeowner. Immediately after closing, organize all documents digitally and physically. Update locks or rekey, set up utilities, and change your address with banks, employers, subscriptions, and government agencies. Create a home binder, warranties, manuals, maintenance schedule, and renovation plans. This structure pays off in comfort, safety, and resale value later. Owning a home is a marathon. Start with a first-year maintenance plan. HVAC service, gutter cleaning, roof inspection, caulking, water heater flushing if applicable, and seasonal yard care. Small, regular tasks prevent big bills. Track everything in a maintenance log to estimate budgets and prove diligent care to future buyers. Create a sinking fund for home expenses. Aim for 1 to 3% of home value annually, more for older properties. Prioritize safety and water issues first. Roof, plumbing leaks, electrical hazards, before cosmetics. When renovating, think ROI. Kitchens and bathrooms often deliver value, but only when done in line with neighborhood standards. Over-improving can trap equity you won't recover at resale. Watch your mortgage strategically. If rates drop meaningfully and you expect to stay, explore refinancing. Extra principal payments early on can save significant interest, but balance this against keeping adequate cash reserves and other investment opportunities. Monitor property taxes and appeal if assessments spike beyond comparables. Review insurance annually. Adjust coverage as needed, especially after improvements. Consider energy upgrades, insulation, ceiling, efficient appliances for comfort and lower bills. Think long-term. Will this home serve you for 5 to 10 years? If your life plan changes, new job, family needs, evaluate renting out versus selling. Renting can build wealth, but factor vacancy, management, and maintenance realities. If selling, begin prepping months in advance. Declutter, repair, paint neutrals, and enhance curb appeal. You've built knowledge, discipline, and a process. The best real estate decisions come from aligning numbers with lifestyle, staying patient, and learning continuously. Celebrate your milestone and manage it wisely. Your home can be both a sanctuary and a cornerstone of your financial future. That's all for today. We hope this has helped you. If you want to stay up to date with these and other guides, don't forget to hit the bell and follow us on our social media. Best regards, see you later. E.